Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and this is my first video. Since this is my first video, I wanted to start off with something fun and seasonal because sometimes I just like picking a book that matches like the vibe of the month. You know, whether it's like a holiday during that month, the weather, seasonal. I just think something is really satisfying about reading in line with that. And when you look up March recommendations, there's not too many out there. For anyone else who is really interested in just celebrating through books, I put together a list of books that feel like March to me. Some have green covers, some are written by Irish authors, take place in Ireland, or even have themes of luck and fortune. So if you're looking for some books to match the March mood, let's get into it. No spoilers for any of these books, just FYI. We start off with a book with a green cover. And yes, it does have a green cover, but I'm also recommending it because another book in this series comes out this month, so what better way to prep? And that book is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. The new Hunger Games book comes out the 18th of March. Sunrise on the Reaping, which can't wait to get into that. Haymitch's story. Really was hoping for Plutarch, by the way. So this is sort of the final reminder to read this book while you can if you want to keep along with the series and go straight into the next one. And of course, if you don't already know, just a quick overall summary of this book. This is about President Snow when he is a teenager, and it's kind of his coming of age or villain origin story. As to how he becomes the horrible person that he is in the trilogy. While we're on the topic of green covers, I'll also shout out another book really quick it's a widely read book already, probably. It's very popular, big on, I would say, book talk. A little bit like the Hunger Games one too, where this author has a new book coming out soon that could also be read in preparation, but it also just has a beautiful green cover that would just be fun to have around during the month of March. So that book is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Again, like I said, it is a popular book, but you could also reread this book if you already have. If you haven't, that's okay too. This is a great opportunity to get in and start reading the TJR books. I really enjoy her writing, how it's all, I forget the word for it, but all of her books have characters that overlap. Like, shout out if you know McReva. Hate him. And he's in this one. He's like the worst. Quick summary for this one too. Evelyn Hugo is a Hollywood icon, like superstar, who has retired and decided to sit down with a reporter and give her like fabulous, glamorous story. A lot of the book is in the stories that Evelyn is telling and becoming a icon in Hollywood. And the other half is her being interviewed by the reporter, and it's about this reporter's life and her meeting Evelyn. It's revealed to the reporter as Evelyn concludes her story why she was chosen, and so there is a bit of plot twist. Again, I think that Taylor Jenkins Reid next book comes out in May or June. I believe it's about maybe the first woman astronaut or first woman on the moon. So that's it for Evelyn Hugo and the books with green covers. Okay, so now getting into more of a St. Patrick's Day feel. I have two recommendations for books set in Ireland or with Irish characters. This first book is not set in Ireland, but the characters are Irish, and the family owns an Irish pub. That book is We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang. The book first opens in the scene where a member of the Brennan family, her name is Sunday, is in the hospital after causing a drunk driving accident. And so we get a little information that Sunday had fled her family in New York and her, I believe, fiance, or like it's like her high school love of her life, like supposed to get married, fled from New York and went to LA and is now in the hospital, and because of her injuries and because of this accident, she is now forced to go back home to her family in New York. It becomes known to the reader that Sunday ran away those 5 years ago because she found out some secrets about the family, and she herself was keeping secrets. And once Sunday arrives home, it's pretty evident that the entire family itself is keeping secrets. A lot of familial lives and drama. I really enjoy books about family secrets. I find them pretty compelling, and books where everyone has something to hide. This is a perfect book for anyone who likes reading about family dynamics. For example, there's, like a brother that's like the golden child. He's the fixer. If you guys know the roles that supposedly psychologically each sibling plays, like the golden child, the fixer, and then the scapegoat. It really dives into that, and I always have found that interesting. And again, it's a good one to read now because of the Irishness to it. Of course, the shamrocks. So that is We Are the Brennans. This next book I actually have not read yet, but it is perfect for this month, so I'm definitely going to read it this March. It is actually set in Ireland. It is Love and Luck by Jenna Evans Welch. This summer I read the Love and Gelato book, which Love and Luck is the second book in the Love and Gelato series. I read Love and Gelato in Italy this summer. Jenna Evans Welch does a really good job at placing you in the setting. I studied abroad in Italy and I've been a few times, and reading it on the plane to Italy, I was getting so excited because she really did explain the setting and just make you feel like you were there. I also thought it was really cute. It was like good, cute coming of age, perfect for just a quick airplane travel or just a feel-good book. So in Love and Luck, it's about a girl named Addie who is freshly heartbroken. She's invited to her aunt's wedding in Ireland. She's going with her brother, but her and her brother are not getting along. She's heartbroken, but she's going to Ireland for her aunt's wedding. When she's there, she discovers a guidebook, Ireland for the Heartbroken. The book itself is about her and her brother taking this guidebook and deciding to go on this adventure in Ireland and to follow the guide. Set off for this whirlwind travel. Like I mentioned about Jenna Evans Welch, the author, how she does with encapsulating the setting. I know she'll do that really well in this one too. I trust that she will make you feel like you're there. And what a perfect time to feel like you're in Ireland than in March. That is Love and Luck. I will read that this month too. I think that this will really hit that vibe that I'm looking for this month. Onto a book that matches the March theme of luck. This book isn't Irish or in Ireland, but it just encapsulates that whole theme of luck that the month of March is about. And that is Lucky by Marissa Stapley. This is literally a story about a girl named Lucky.
This is a story about a girl named Lucky.
This is who Britney Spears was talking about. Just kidding. She is a grifter and a scammer, and she just pulled off like a massive heist. When things go sideways after this heist, she becomes alone. She's left without her boyfriend or her dad, who is really important to her and the person who taught her the love of the game, like how to be mischievous, how to master the art of the craft of scamming. So these are like her two people, and she is now lonely and lost without them. Lucky buys a lottery ticket on a whim. And it turns out she buys the winning ticket. It's worth millions. But in order to cash it in, she would have to turn herself in. They know who she is. They're looking for her. If she were to cash it in, she would go to jail. I think this book really dives into like the complexity of being good, what it means to tell the truth, redemption, and really what it's like to be alone. I also just weirdly find the lottery really interesting, especially the after the fact, how to go about once you've won. This is also a really short book. I think it was only like 270 pages. It's less than 300 pages. It would be a quick one to get through. A really good book club book. This is what my book club is reading this month. The month about pots of gold, luck, and finding the gold over the rainbow. It's a great time to read this book. For my next March reading guide recommendation, I thought, why not read a book by an Irish author this month? This book is set in Ireland, and that book is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I rarely do recommend any of her books, but this one does have green on the cover. That's just like more reason to. This is another book that is widely popular. Another good book to reread, or if you haven't read, to now take that opportunity, because again, March, it's a great time to read this and celebrate an Irish author. And if you don't know, Normal People is about Marianne and Connell. Pretty much a coming of age story of their love for each other and how they are twined and then apart and come back together again multiple times from high school, throughout college, etc. It did make me pretty sad. It is a pretty sad book, but it also is a very important book to read. It explores class consciousness, obviously first love, family, and friendship. It has been a while since I read this book, but one thing that's like always stuck with me about this book, and if this isn't a spoiler or anything, if you've read this book or not, like let me know if this sticks with you too. I remember hating her brother, Marianne's brother, so much. He wasn't even the main character. He's not that huge in the book, but like I just like despise him. Anyone else? All right, everyone, that is my March / St. Patrick's Day book guide recommendation. Please let me know what you are reading this month or any other books that you think I might miss. And also, do you read books that try and match the energy of this, of the month? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and stick around for some more book content I will be posting. Happy March. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.